push one more second. Chase the glory. Viseo.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, et par and by BioSteel.
Welcome to U-Sports on CBC and the 2025 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. My name is Desmond Thomas, live at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, as we get set to bring you today's matchup between the 7th-seeded Canada West runners-up UBC Thunderbirds and the 3rd-seeded AUS champion Dalhousie Tigers. So the UBC Thunderbirds, on the heels of what was a fantastic regular season, undefeated until the Canada West final when they came up against the York Lions, dropped yesterday's quarter-final match to the Montreal Carabins by a score of 2-1. It was a rematch of last year's finals, and Montreal came out with a vengeance in their hearts and ensured that we would have a new champion crowned in 2025. And the Dal Tigers, coming off of their 14th AUS Championship gold medal after a stunning comeback victory against the Capers, dropped last night's opening quarterfinal match against the York Lions by a deflating 5-1 decision. And unfortunately for them, the very best that they'll now be able to finish in their first U-Sports Championship appearance in the 21st century is 5th. We take a look at the head-to-head graphic between UBC and the Dal Tigers in the respective playoff series. Dalhousie undefeated 2-0, wins against St. FX and CBU, but UBC 1-1 as they dropped the final against the Mount Royal Cougars. A huge margin in goals for, 43-27 for UBC. Goals against relatively close at 8-12, and now 3-2. So when we come back, it's the opening kickoff as the Dalhousie Tigers face off against the UBC Thunderbirds. So when we come back, it's the opening kickoff as the Dalhousie Tigers take on the UBC Thunderbirds in this consolation semifinal at the 2025 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Live from Toronto, you're watching U-Sports on CBC.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Délaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC in the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship, live from the Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario. It's UBC and Dalhousie here in the consolation semifinal. So some players to watch here in this football match here tonight. Jack Ellis this afternoon, the captain. We'll look for him to show his leadership in this game today, and we'll spend more time with him in the first intermission. And then Marcus Kaiser for the UBC Thunderbirds, not on the bench this morning. Not in the starting lineup, but UBC will definitely be looking for his leadership off the bench this morning. And we'll spend more time with Marcus Kaiser throughout the first half intermission show. So we're underway here. The UBC Thunderbirds and the Dalhousie Tigers in this consolation semifinal. And it is a wet and windy day here in Toronto, Ontario. A little bit warmer than yesterday. Feels about 6 degrees. It is 9, but rain projected for most of the morning and wind gusts up to 40 kilometers an hour. So tough conditions to work with here for these two squads that would have hoped to have done better in their quarterfinals yesterday. UBC a 2-1 loss against Montreal, a rematch of last year's gold medal game. Theo Afwerk, the lone goal in that game for UBC. Not in the starting lineup this morning for the Thunderbirds, and Dalhousie a 5-1 loss to York. And the lone goal in the game, Mikhail Parker-Christmas, who you see there, the number 14, scoring the lone goal for Dow off a spot kick. As it swung to the near side, and here's Eric Lajeunesse wearing the captain's armband for his squad this morning, with Marcus Kaiser on the bench. As that swung forward, Odume knocks that away, and a chance here for Nicolas Nadeau. Crosses that in, looking for the back post. And a follow-up volley attempt is stopped by Astridge as it ricocheted off of one of the Tigers players. Thrown along the far sideline. Tome. And now back into the hands of Lajeunesse. Long ball up the far flank, controlled nicely by Kamsia, and set into the box and cleared away by Astridge. on the near sideline. Brought up by Nadeau. He leaves that off for Gobu. Gobu getting around Tolba. Gobu into the 18-yard box. Still going here. And a loose ball for Gobu to fire that on just past the near post. Astridge down to his right to make sure that did clear the goal. Astridge, 5 goals allowed on 5 shots yesterday. Not his best outing against the York Lions. The 6'4" keeper out of Victoria, BC. We'll see what he can do here to push his team through to the finals. Throw one taken on the far side of the pitch. La Jeunesse. Puhal. Can't win that back, and it will be a throw-in for Dalhousie. Reese Weatherston, part of the starting 11 today for Alan Jazik's squad. Back into the midfield. And a good switch of the field, but Tolba able to get over to it, rather. It is Schwarzkopf. Now Tolba. Trying to hunt that down on the near side. It will go for a goal kick. So a couple new faces in the starting lineup this morning for the Dalhousie Tigers. Ricky Schwarzkopf, number 22. Appeared only in 5 games in the regular season this year. Didn't play in the AUS playoffs. Caleb Parker Christmas came on as a substitute in yesterday's game against York and did score the lone goal, so that earns him a starting spot today up front as striker. Nadeau. And now here's Rukvina. Played back into the middle. And Dalhousie unable to get that switch of the field. It's a very wet and slick day out here in Toronto. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made, as that is sent over top of the bar from Tolba, but both goalkeepers have to be so alert right now. The worst conditions, especially playing on artificial turf, when it's just consistently raining like this, it gets so slick the ball will skip and slide over the turf. Any through balls, and the back four have to be so cognizant of this as well. Any through balls that you think you might want to let bounce once before getting to it, have no illusions of that. You got to make sure you get to it first before it bounces in front of you, because you have no idea the kind of skid that's going to come off the turf when it's slick like this. Is take a look at this collision between and Astridge. Well, I was lucky to get away with that. It's early in the game, but just tackling first to the ground. And now Dow threatening here up through the middle. That's a nice run. Tolba will try to get onto this here. We'll slow down for him along the touchline, and he just keeps it in. It will roll out for a corner kick. To take this spot kick will be Woody Bain. On his left foot, he'll curl this one in. High ball to the back post, and rising to try to meet it was Odume. Falls back into the middle for Schwarzkopf. And it's headed past the goal line. Unfortunately for Joseph Odume in yesterday's game against York, as Rutledge will be called on the foul. Odume did score an own goal. Let's take another look at that tackle by Kyle Rutledge. Has now UBC back the other way. A long ball into the box, and that's well taken by Astridge. The grip isn't going to be as solid today, so right idea to paw it down to the ground, let it bounce once, and then regather it. Played inside for Gobu. And now Nadeau. The captain, Eric Lajeunesse, in his 4th year out of Ottawa, Ontario. Appeared in all 16 games this season for his side. Had 2 goals in that season. And I went to the 18-yard box. Skids across the face of goal. It will stay in play on the near side. Here's Gobu. On his right, jockeyed by Tolba. He'll lay it back out to Nadeau. Back from first and now into the box. That got deflected. It will be a throw in. Nadeau. A nice throw to Rukvina. Tries to break through here. Rukvina will get it back to Norman. Out of the top, sifted through into the 6-yard box. Headed away by Odume. Danger not gone here yet for the Tigers. First, now lays it off for Gobu. Gobu trying to get it onto his right. Ran into a couple of Tigers. And now they will poke it up the pitch. Good one-touch passing here as Tolba tries to bring that through. And Lajeunesse takes it away from Parker Christmas. Here's Nadeau on the near side. And that long ball, maybe 50-50 because of the slick ground and a bit too much power on it, will roll out to touch. Eleven minutes gone in this consolation semifinal. No score between UBC, who are the reigning gold medalists, but will not have the chance to medal in this tournament, as they were knocked out in a thrilling 2-1 game against Montreal yesterday in the quarterfinal. Lajeunesse looked a bit shaken up on that play. And still not really facing the play. Hands on his knees right now, but he'll have to reset as the ball is in his half. Not quite sure what happened to the T-Birds number 13 there, but something to keep an eye on for sure. As over on the far side of the pitch, Tome will take the throw in. In by Tome, and out again. And a throw in deep, and they're attacking third. It will be Tome again to try to put it in. The defender out of Surrey, BC. Appeared in 9 games for the Thunderbirds this regular season. Didn't play in the Canada West playoffs, and now in the starting lineup for Mike Mosier in this consolation semifinal. UBC trying to play out from the back. Puhal. Up to Tome. And now into the middle. Jan, who came on as a substitute yesterday, also into the starting lineup today for UBC. Joshua Tome with Nadeau coming in, running a route. Tome in for Kamsia. And thought he got a touch on that, and it will be out for a corner kick. So the first corner of the game coming up for the UBC Thunderbirds. Dal has had one already. UBC, no corners in their game against Montreal yesterday. Will have their first of the tournament. And there you see Luke Norman jockeying for position right in front of Astridge. As it will be whipped in into the melee of bodies and chip past. And it will be out for another corner kick. Dalhousie protesting, but last off the head of a Tiger. And Sinclair Astridge will have to use all of his 6'4" frame to try to paw this one away from danger. Norman again to take this corner kick. The third-year midfielder. Played for the U19 Vancouver Whitecaps. Norman headed away by Jack Ellis and sent right back in, this time out for a goal kick. So Jovan Mann also not in the starting lineup for UBC today. A yellow card in yesterday's contest against Montreal. Astridge, and up on the far side. And Dalhousie trying to build something here as they play it through the midfields, and it will run all the way back to Jack Garner. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bowls next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Here's Nadeau. Up on the near side, hassled by Tolba. Into the middle now, and that long ball from Rukvina gets cut down by the back four of Dow. Now Tolba through the middle, and that press from UBC will be snuffed out. Joseph Odume. .63 third year, and the engineering major of Enugu State, Nigeria. We'll switch the field. Played up by Ellis. And Parker Christmas hunting down that ball, but it's cut off at the pass by Puhal and set up to the far side. Tome. We'll get it back on the far side. Jan making a run. Back into the midfield for First. Good ball to Gobu on the near side, but the offside flag is raised. Take a look at that ball through, and Gobu just a hair offside. Now Dalhousie threatening here, and that Long cross off the left foot. We'll head out to touch. Jack Garner gets us back underway. 2 saves on 4 shots in yesterday's contest against Montreal. That's a heavy touch on the far side by Rukvina. Now played up on the near side. Tolba. Dal would love if he could get loose. Tolba plays that in. That's headed away from danger by La Jeunesse, out for another Dalhousie corner kick. Their second of the game coming up. Played in all Canada West playoff games, did La Jeunesse. Garner directing traffic. He knows this is a dangerous opportunity for the Tigers. Woody Bain will send this in off the left foot, low and towards the penalty area. And that volley attempt off the inside of the boot of Tolba and cleared all the way back out to the midfield. Rutledge will reset all the way to Sinclair Astridge. Intercepted in the midfield by Tomei on the far flank, now making a run. Jan gets ahead to that, but seems to have tweaked something in his right hip and is now down to the turf. And in Dalhousie's game yesterday against York, it was a slow start to the game. A lot of injuries. So you see him come down hard, and something on his right side not feeling too good, but the athletic staff not having to come out. And he's good to go. Involved in another collision there. Chipped over on the far side, out to touch again. Tomei. He'll take all the throw-ins on the right side of the pitch for UBC. Oh, Schwarzkopf taken down in the midfield by First. And now a chance to send it in. Dal thought about taking it quickly. And you see there, Jan just still favoring something on the right side. Something to keep an eye on for sure. Oh, okay. Taking another look at that. Challenge by First there. And now it'll be Woody Bain. The set piece taker. Swings it in. Headed away still in the 18-yard box. Rukvina plays that ball out. It'll be chopped down in the midfield. And Rukvina now out to Gobu. Gobu, a long ball over the top. And Kamsia, who is in onside, has that knocked away from him. Max Kamsia, the second year out of North Vancouver. Played also for the U19 Vancouver Whitecaps. Had an excellent regular season for the UBC Thunderbirds. 16 games played, 4 goals, 4 assists, 6 goals for 10 points on the season. And out for another corner kick. Luke Norman. And now showing short is White. And they go short to White. Now Norman chips that ball in toward the penalty spot. It's headed away from danger and finally cleared all the way down. La Jeunesse. Rukvina. Oh, and some wires crossed between Rukvina and Nicolas Nadeau. As Rukvina was trying to play Nadeau for the overlap. And it will be a goal kick for Astrid. He'll go short. Jack Ellis. Far wing. Good press in the midfield by White. And Rukvina taken down. And that will be a free kick awarded to UBC. As Reese Weatherston just a bit too overzealous. And reaching in no ball left foot and wraps him up. And so a free kick here for the UBC Thunderbirds in a pretty threatening position. And to stand over it will be Nicolas Nadeau. 2 goals and an assist in the regular season. Appeared in all 3 games in the Canada West playoffs. And one of the 2025 All-Rookies. Nadeau chips it forward, looking for Gobu at the back post. Odume heads that away, but not very far. Held on to here by UBC. Norman. Gobu. And that's a handball called. As it's Weatherston's second infraction in the matter of a minute. And now an excellent chance, but we'll come back after a word from one of our sponsors. So Reese Weatherston, another infraction committed, this time a handball a yard and a half outside the penalty area. And so standing over top of the ball is Brennan First and Nadeau. First hesitates, it's Nadeau to take it through the wall and they score! A perfectly executed set-piece play. Luke Norman, the last touch to it. And UBC opens the scoring in this consolation semifinal. Another look at that little hesitation from First to get the wall to separate. Through from Nadeau and Norman right there. Executed to perfection. So UBC wants to send a message in this game. They are the 2024 gold medalists after all. And they've got to be devastated to not be able to defend that title, but have an opportunity to make their own kind of statement in a game here against Dalhousie. Comes all the way back to Garner. 27 minutes gone. In this contest, now a 1-0 lead for UBC. Here's Gobu, shaking off Rutledge. Now Norman, the goal scorer, lays it off to the far side. Tome crosses that ball in, and once again Astridge will paw it down. That ball is cut down by Jan. Knocked forward in the midfield by Rutledge. Thrown on the far side for the Tigers. As this is their 4th time appearing at the national championship in the history of the program. This Dal team had an exceptional run in the late 1990s. A bronze medal in 1992, a gold medal in 1995, 30 years ago, and another bronze medal in 1997. Don't have a chance to add to that tally this year. Their first time back at nationals in the 21st century. Puhal. Nadeau got away from a couple of Tigers, was one of them. And then Nadeau down with a sliding tackle. Dalhousie will try to take this free kick. Take a look at that here as Nadeau, a bit of ball, but that's too much on Wadden. So a free kick here for Dalhousie. A great chance for them to loft the ball in, looking for a free header in the box. Long ball into the box, flicked along, and that's out. It will be a corner kick. The two top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. And now we have an injured Tiger down inside the 6-yard box. It's Ricky Schwarzkopf holding his head. And another head-related injury. We saw quite a few in Dow's game yesterday against York and in a couple of the other quarterfinals. Take a look at that here. Schwarzkopf in a bit of a dust-up, and he's going to have to be taken off. And I don't think this is going to be a situation where he steps off to the sideline and then comes right back in when play resumes. He looks a bit worse for wear right now. So applause from the crowd as Ricky Schwarzkopf will head off to the 6'2 defender in his 4th year from Oakville, Ontario. Appeared in 5 regular season games for the Dal Tigers, 20 in his career at Dalhousie. But it is a corner kick here for the Tigers and a chance to knot the game up at 1. Woody Bain. On his left foot. Look to curl this one in. Bain high to the, or low to the front post. Bain will try to get to his own rebound and does after a misplay from Norman, but Norman does get the ball back and lifts it up the pitch, and it gets past. And now a chance for Kamsia. His pass for Gobu just behind the intended target. And now a battle for it in the midfield. It'll ricochet forward for Dow. And finally La Jeunesse able to head it back away from danger. Here's Nadeau with Rukvina to his left, and he finds him. Rukvina with Kamsia heading into the 18-yard box. Rukvina heads back, looks into the midfield. First. That deflects off of Odume. Rolls to Astridge. Tricky conditions out here in Toronto as rain forecasted for most of the afternoon. A little bit warmer than yesterday, but not by much. Just around 5-6 degrees. Gobu. Nadeau cross to the top of the 6-yard box, and it'll fall to the far side for Norman. Oh, that's a nice poke through, but coming back is first. Gobu resets, a bouncing ball, dangerous in the back four. La Jeunesse. Vina. Good build-up of play here from the Thunderbirds as they move it up the middle of the pitch. Norman. Rukvina now to the far side. Kamsia. In for Jan. The flag stays down. Jan cuts that back. Kamsia. Maybe a chance here. Cracks it across. It'll fall. Rukvina tries to test. It'll come to Nadeau. Nadeau brings it back to his left and now to his right. Far post and into the middle for Gobu. And a save made by Astridge, and the flag's up for offside. Good little flurry there from the T-Birds. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
So a substitution for the Dalhousie Tigers as Ricky Schwarzkopf had to come out of the game for head-related issues. Number 20, Nathan Lachelle, will come in, the 5'9" midfielder, in his first year out of Edmonton, Alberta. Appeared in 7 games this season for the Tigers. Puhal will leave that free kick to be taken by Jack Garner, and he'll lump it up the pitch. First. Tries to lift that ball up, and it's what I'm talking about. Some tricky situations down there as Odume takes a tumble and then a sliding tackle. And a skipping ball to the near side. Tolba hustling, able to keep it in. And then leaps past the camera and onto the slick track beside him, able to stay upright. Wearing cleats, that's impressive. But now Gobu busting his way through past a couple of Tigers. Lachelle, one of them. Rukvina, and that's a great sliding tackle by the substitute, Nathan Lachelle. Take another look at that here. That's all ball from Lachelle. Puhal. Back for Jan. A good one-touch passing here as Kamsia tries to play it through. Jan will get back to it for the T-Birds. Far flank, back to Puhal. Long ball lifted up, and that's out of play. 36, nearly 37 minutes gone here in our first consolation semifinal match of the day. A 1-0 lead for the 2024 gold medalists, UBC Thunderbirds. Puhal tries to play that off the attacking Weatherston. Now into the midfield. Chipped up on the far side, and Tome will watch that out to touch. It'll be a throw in deep inside the Tigers' half. And Odume wanted to take it. And I can't blame him. It is a throw in. His Dal teammate Woody Bean thought it was a corner kick, but yes, it should be Odume because he's got a cannon of a throw. And we'll see what he can do even in these wet conditions. Odume launches that ball into the 6-yard box, and that will go out for a corner kick for Dalhousie. Woody Bain up to the far side. The 6-foot defender in his 5th year out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. On his left foot, this one will swing out. Woody Bain low to the front post. Appeals for handball from the Tigers, but Jan will clear it. Only as far as Weatherston, though. And that's sent back in. It'll be a goal kick for Astridge. And now another word from one of our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
That long ball is cut down by Lachelle. Slotting nicely into the back four for the Tigers right here. Tolba, oh, that's lovely. On the near side through the legs of Norman. And now Rutledge up the near side. Rutledge cuts into the 18-yard box, plays it through, tries to find Tolba. It'll fall to Tolba again. And out to defend the front post is Garner. Now Rutledge again to the back post, a missed clearance. The Tigers, a third crack at it. And that shot will deflect off of Jan and out for another corner kick for Dalhousie. .40 minutes gone and Dal trails by a goal in this consolation semifinal. Both these teams vying for a 5th-place finish at this tournament. Woody Bain against the wind to the middle of the 6-yard box, and Odume, a bicycle kick. He might have lost his balance right before going for the acrobatic finish, and nonetheless it's sent back and out for a goal kick. A nice delivery by Bain, and we'll see Odume tap that bicycle kick on his left. That's a good run from Jan. In the midfield, and now UBC pressing Gobu. Gobu past Weatherston. Gobu still going. And now Dalhousie pressing back the other way. Parker Christmas might have a chance here. Lays it off for Tolba. The ball just a bit too far for him, and it does go out. And the offside flag is raised. But a good counterattack from Dalhousie here. But once again, those through balls for teammates to run on to have to be so pinpoint and precise. And you have to factor in the slickness of the turf, because that ball will slid and skip faster than you think. Kapsia tries to play that through. That goes off the head of Ellis. Gathering it back up is Abu El Shamlat. Gets taken down on the far side. But it will be a free kick to Dow. Gobu trying to win that back. A lovely turn from Tolba, and he gets past Norman there. Can't beat 3 though. That through ball, shielded by Odume, will come back to Astridge. With the rain slicing from top left to bottom right. And the wind just swirling around on the pitch at Varsity Stadium. Here's Gobu. in the middle, gets past one, and now moves up the middle. Gobu, past two, but is tackled by Al-Shamlat, and the referee reaching to his pocket. Elia Abu Al-Shamlat awarded a yellow card for that infraction. Four yellow cards were handed out to Dalhousie in their game against York yesterday, as we take a look at that tackle by Al-Shamlat. Joseph Odume, a yellow card in yesterday's game, as well as Parker Christmas among the four. And now Kamsia tries to cut that back to Norman, intercepted by Al-Shamlat. First, and now Tome, and this will be a 50-50 ball high in the air, and Gobu heads it down first, now through in the midfield. UBC pressing here again. Gobu runs over, and now to the far side. That's a great block as Jan luck to have an open net. And selling out in front, Jack Ellis, the captain. Jan looked to have a free shot towards goal, and sprawling out before Astridge had to make contact was Jack Ellis.
The fourth official has indicated an additional 2 minutes.
So as we've hit the 45-minute mark, we'll have at least an additional 2 minutes of stoppage time. UBC a corner kick here off of that block by Ellis. In by Nadeau, and that's headed away. It'll come to Jan again. He'll lay it out for Nadeau. Fake the cross, and now we'll pump it in. That got blocked again. Comes back to Nadeau. Jan and Nadeau try to play catch, but now Dalhousie up on the far side. Maybe a chance to counter here in the last couple moments of the first half. UBC regathers possession and will reset it calmly with Puhal. Here's Rukfina with Govu overlapping, but there's another ball on the pitch. We'll play on though, as somehow it found its way on. There's a lot of wind down here, so maybe that was the reason that long ball is sent in looking for Gobu. Al-Shamlat will thump it back out to the midfield. La Jeunesse is hassled. Al-Shamlat back to Tolba, and now through from Lachelle. Given away again. And the T-Birds back in possession. Good one-touch passing there is Norman. On the ball here, played catch with Kamsia. Thunderbirds still pressing here. 2 minutes gone and added time. And that shot is deflected towards Astridge. And as the referee glances at his watch, that'll bring us to halftime in this consolation semifinal game. It was some rough conditions for these teams to battle through, but at the end of 45, it is the UBC Thunderbirds leading the Dalhousie Tigers by a score of 1-0. After the break, it's the U Sports halftime report. Well, we'll spend time with Eric La Jeunesse and Jack Ellis. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel. the fuel behind every victory.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Unbelievable! History has repeated itself!
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks, just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. I'm Desmond Thomas, and it's time now to spend 2 minutes with Jack Ellis of the Dalhousie Tigers.
Hi, my name's Jack Ellis. I'm a 5th-year commerce student, and I'm a centre-back for the Dalhousie men's soccer team. I got started in soccer. Growing up in England, I feel like your whole life revolves around soccer and there's no real other choice. Both my parents played also, so there was really no other option for me. And I was kicking a ball for as long as I can remember. My style of play is definitely trying to work smarter, not harder. Trying to stay organised at the back, making sure everyone's kind of in position, working hard, and everything's going smoothly. As well as trying to kind of encourage the lads, kind of inspire everyone in a sense, I suppose. I definitely define success by kind of the relationships I build through sport and through soccer. I think that's one thing beyond kind of sports you'll always remember is the friends, the relationships you make along the way. And that's something that I definitely would define as success for myself personally. I definitely would say I look up to my mum and dad. As I said, they both played soccer and kind of gave me no real choice when it comes to soccer. It also meant when I would have a bad game, I couldn't really go home to my mum or my dad because they both kind of would be at me about my soccer, but definitely looked up to them both my whole life, and not just in soccer, in life generally also. So my teammates have helped me become a better player and a person because we push each other every day, whether that be in the weight room, whether that be in the classroom, even in life. You know, we have expectations for each other. We're all best mates. We have great relationships on this team. And yeah, with that trust, you know, you're always looking to push each other and kind of get the best out of each other every day.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent. Des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur ici-tout.tv.
Dalhousie, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine. Parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Elle revient toujours. Impossible de t'en débarrasser. Nicotine. Si elle entre dans ta vie, elle ne te lâche plus. Même consommée occasionnellement, la nicotine peut provoquer une dépendance.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. After 45 minutes of play in this consolation semifinal, it's the UBC Thunderbirds leading the Dalhousie Tigers by a score of 1-0. And now it's time to spend 2 minutes with Eric Lajeunesse of the UBC Thunderbirds.
Hi, my name is Eric Lajeunesse. I'm a fourth-year student in biology, and I play center back for the UBC Thunderbirds. Started in soccer when I was a kid. My parents put me into a bunch of sports and soccer stuck, and I've kept playing my whole life. For myself, I'm a ball-playing center back. I like having the ball, I like controlling the tempo of the game, and commanding my team from the back. I define success by how good of a person you are, off the field, on the field, and like how coachable you are, how good of a teammate you are, and all of those little things. I look up to my parents and my older brother. I also look up in the soccer world to players like Bastoni, like young up-and-coming center backs who I can model my play of game, or my style of play after. My teammates keep me grounded. They're always there, they're good for banter. They're friends that I have on the field, off the field. Yeah. Our team's been successful because of the team chemistry we have. We're together as one, off the field, on the field, and we just stick together through the highs and the lows. I'd say my greatest accomplishment in soccer was the national championship last year. It was a great run, and we ended up with the chip in the end. I think soccer is growing in Canada because of how fun of a sport it is. I think people are finally realizing, like, look at the culture that Europe has surrounding soccer, and it's just a great sport to watch and enjoy. Our team is looking forward to competing at the championship this year because it's just the best of the best, so you want to play against the best and become the best. Our team is special this year because of, I said it earlier, how close we are and how we can control games and how we play together.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by l'U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, a par and by BioSteel.
Welcome back to the U-Sports on CBC in the 2025 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship live from the University of Toronto. As we take a look here at the championship seedings, the University of Toronto Varsity Blues, the host team, ranked at number 1, were knocked out of the championship round by the UQTR Patriots yesterday at number 8. Les Montréal Carabins at number 2, Dalhousie Tigers at number 3, Mont-Royal Cougars number 4, Cape Breton Capers number 5, the York Lions 6, and the UBC Thunderbirds at 7. Now let's take a look at the highlight of the first half, which was the goal off a fantastic set-piece play. Saw first little hesitation there as it was sent in by Nadeau, got the wall to bite as it just separated completely, parted, allowing for that ball to be sent through, and then it was finished off by Luke Norman for his first of the tournament. Had 5 goals and 6 assists for 11 points in 17, or 16 rather, games played for his team this season, and has had a very strong U-Sport tournament and gets rewarded with a goal on the board. But this whole UBC team hungry to try to make a statement as they were knocked out in a rematch of last year's final against Montreal yesterday. And let's recap some of the stats from that first half of play. The shots tied 7-7 between Dalhousie and UBC. Shots on goal, however, 4-0 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Dalhousie not forcing Garner to make any saves quite yet. Saves 3-0, of course, for Dalhousie, as Astridge has let one get past him. Fouls 6-3. UBC committing 6 infractions to Dalhousie's 3, and only 1 yellow card in the game. And the 1 yellow card in the game for Dalhousie was shown to Al Shamlat for a bit of a rugby tackle in the middle of the pitch throughout that first half. So both teams hit the pitch again, and the rain has somewhat slowed down, but only by a little bit. The turf out there still extremely slick. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on here. As I mentioned it before, but those especially in the back line and the goalkeeper have to be so mindful of trying not to let the ball bounce before coming to it and before trying to gain possession of it. If it's a long ball played through from the opposition, you got to get to it first and front it while it's in the air, because at least then you have a 50-50 chance. If you let it hit the deck first, the odds are stacked against you, because the turf plays absolutely no favorites, and it will wreck the good positioning of any back four. And so we're underway here in the second half. We'll get substitutions when they become apparent to us. And La Jeunesse will switch it over to the far side. Back here for Pujol. We'll get a better look at it here on the TV side. Norman, goal scorer in this contest. That pass from Jan, intended for Tome, is cut off. Tome gets that back from first. who, although was not credited for an assist on that goal by Nicolas Nadeau, played a huge part in it, faking that free kick take that got the wall to budge. UBC up the far side. Kamsia takes that down nicely. He's watched by the first half substitute Lachelt. Kamsia away from Lachelt, and it did just tick off of the Dal defender. So it'll be a throw in for UBC. Gobu back out. And into the corner. It will stay in play. White. Puhal. Back to Tome. And UBC settling down the pace of play a little bit, trying to get their bearings on this wet turf before they make their strike. Tome now into the box. A good ball, but just a bit off the mark. And Tome has that taken away from him by Al Shamlat. And Dalhousie moving up the pitch now. That ball from Weatherston is gathered up by Garner.
Coming on is number 12, Benjamin Thompson. In for number 10, Mohamed Wadan.
So Ben Thompson will replace Mohamed Wadan.
Number 14, Wakeo Parker Christmas. And the correction for a yellow card previously called. The yellow card for Dalhousie's number 8 is Elia Abu Al-Shamwa.
Substitution pour les Tigres de Dalhousie. Numéro 10, Mohamed Wadan, remplacé par numéro 12.
Now UBC in possession in the midfield.
Numéro 14, Wakeo Parker Christmas, remplacé par numéro 9, Ben Hashimoto.
And so the captain Ben Hashimoto also into the game for Dalhousie as Parker Christmas comes out. Here's Tolba trying to sift that through. And UBC now back the other way. Rukvina jockeyed as it falls into the 18-yard box, and Tome unable to get to it. Jockeys on the near side. Weatherston. And they'll reset with Lachelt. Dume showing. Lachelt converged on very quickly by Rukvina. As that is chopped back. UBC pass along the deck. Kamsia lays that out. Now they're into the 18-yard box. Good block by Odume. As Gobu was trying to sift that through on his left. It will be another corner kick. For UBC. Their fourth of the game. Norman has the lone goal, and he'll go short. Nadeau and Norman now fires it into the back post. Kamsia is there, gets to it, but the foul is called on Max Kamsia. Chested down neatly. Tolba trying to get to it, away from Jan, and through the legs of Jan, it's poked forward and then cleared out to touch by Puhal as Weatherston was looking to break in, and then Weatherston down holding his left shin. Checked on by the referee. Cody Baldoff, the head official in this afternoon's contest. Tolba chests that down, tries to pull it through to Hashimoto. And that's out to touch again. Puhal. Oh, and that pass for Tome was intercepted by Tolba, as Tome was just waiting for it to come to him, and Tolba decided to go to it. Puhal lifts that up. That's chested down. And in the midfield, here's Odume. Rutledge gets to it on the near side. He's jockeyed by Tome. Rutledge on his right, tries to play that through. It'll come to Weatherston at the top of the box. Falls back out. El Shamlat now. Hold on to it, Woody Bain. Now Tolba. Watch closely. Tolba, ball in toward the penalty spot. Is cleared away from danger. Kamsia double clutched on the clearance. And now Gobu, the 2025 Canada West second team All-Star. Over to the far side, here's Rukvina. As Norman is down on the pitch. And we'd like to remind you to join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game, as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. So out for a goal kick, and Astridge will take it into a melee of players, and trying to track that down. On the far side is Hashimoto. Thompson will leave that off. The 6'3" striker from Hemmons Plains, Nova Scotia. There's UBC in transition. Max Kamsia into the 18-yard box. A couple of step overs as that knocked away, and then Odume clears it out to Jan, and then Odume again acrobatically out to the 30-yard marker. And that foul will be called against Jan. Dow will take this free kick quickly. Moving up the pitch is Tolba. Left side here, he'll lay it off for Woody Bain. And that pass is out of his reach, but it does go last off of Marcus Puhal, whose second touch was too far in front of him. So conceding a throw-in when he would have had possession of the ball. And now Odume. Another ball launched to the front post, and he will win a corner kick off of it. Now a corner kick here that Woody Bain will take on his left foot. It'll swing away from goal. Odume trying to make his presence known near the back post. Bain sends that in. Top of the 6. It'll skip away. Ranging after it is Tolba. Tolba plays pitch and catch, and now it's chipped in. And it'll nearly fall to Ellis. And Jan can't clear it. Turning very well with it is Weatherston. And on the near side, it will go out to touch. It will be another throw-in for Dow. Woody Bain to take. As the rain seems to have laid off a bit now. Odume, another long ball launched in. Headed away from danger. It'll come right back to Odume. That's chopped away by Tome. And now UBC back up the other way. Norman might have a 2-on-1. Norman up the near side. Dalhousie falling back to defend. Plays up to the top of the 18-yard box. What a goal! Max Kamsia off the transition down the pitch. Makes it a 2-0 game for the Thunderbirds. And a great run up the near side by Norman. No chance at all for Astridge. What a finish. From the 6'3" second year from BC. "30 minutes in between goals for UBC. The first from Luke Norman in the 26th minute, and here in the 56th, Max Kamsia. We're looking to put the Thunderbirds through to the consolation final and a chance to finish 5th in the tournament. Now Dalhousie trying to break in on the far side. They'll pass it into the 18 and inside the 6-yard box. Ben Hashimoto thought he should have done better on that.
24, Luc Norman dans la 56e minute.
So Weatherston and Hashimoto, the top front two for Alan Jazek's squad, and Tolba has dropped back to the left wing spot. He was on the right in the first half, so we've had a great look at him here in both 45-minute segments. Here's Jan. Worked over by 3 Tigers, and somehow he gets that ball through off the back heel. Now First breaks through. First, a through ball to the top of the box, and Dalhousie will take it back. Nervous moments, but Odume clears it back out over the head of Tolba. Out for a goal kick. And just see the frustration on the face of Mohamed Tolba right now in his 3rd year with the Tigers. He's already had an exceptional career with them, and it's going to continue. 23 games played, 7 goals, 9 assists for him, 16 points. And now Dalhousie's through on the far side. Thompson tries to cut that back. Looking for Hashimoto. Brookfina looking to win that back on the far side away from El Shamlat. And now here's Norman. Through ball to the far side for Kamsia. And Odume takes a spill along the slick turf. Out to touch for a throw-in. Taken quickly by UBC. Dal thought it was theirs. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bulls next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina on 2 p.m. Eastern Time on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made, and Dalhousie trying to make a quick comeback here. That ball into the 18-yard box. Great build-up of play by the Tigers. But Garner down to his left, able to paw down that clearance attempt, and a big foul on the near sideline by Woody Bain, and the referee immediately to his pocket. As Kamsia is down, Woody Bain into the book. We'll take a look at that collision in it. You can see by the fact that Woody Bain hasn't left this Kamsia's side that it was inadvertent, as going for the ball, but the ball was nowhere to be found, as Kamsia had made a nice move left to right and then played it out. But Woody Bain just staying there to apologize, I believe, because nobody from UBC was trying to get him out of there. Take a look at that last chance from Dalhousie as Tolba brought that ball in. Got Jan to stutter step, but a good save down to his left from Garner, but it was loose there in the 6-yard box. UBC defenders being sharp to help bail out their goaltender and clear the danger. So Max Kamsia, who has the second goal in this contest, will stay in the game. Just limping a bit as he was tended to by one of the athletic trainers. And once again, Woody Bain over to apologize. But Kamsia, we'll keep our eye on him because that left leg is still giving him a lot of issues, as he's basically on 1 foot right now. Jan. Attempt by Tomei, and now here's Tolba. Shamnut, nowhere to go, plays it back to Odume, and Norman will take it back in the midfield. And that's a good foot there from Lachelt to knock that away and play it up on the far side. Thompson can't get past Ellis, and Rutledge. You see Woody Bain on our near side here waving his arms, says so much open room if the Tigers can get it to him. Al-Shamlat can. Has to retreat a bit to gather it up. And now the Thunderbirds converge on our near side. Through 63 and nearly 64 minutes of play, Dal has registered 6 shots. None, however, have found the posts or between the posts, as UBC once again pressing for their third. And that attack will be snuffed out as Jan called on the foul. Take another look at that last chance from UBC. Astridge does well to come out away from Kamsia. Off the throw in, Rutledge takes it down. Kamsia, ball at his feet again. Norman directing traffic. He'll get the ball. Astridge out to claim it and can't play it as he slid out of his penalty area. And the referee watching that closely. Astridge will escape from that unscathed, and it will be a throw-in on the near side to be taken by Tomei. Joshua Tomei out of Surrey, BC. As that ball stays in play, Tolba leaping out of bounds to head it along, and it will be a throw-in for the Tigers in their defensive half. Jan perplexed. Woody Bain. Al-Shamlat showing short. And now the Tigers have work to do here to get out. Good one-touch passing, and they do get through the line of midfield defense from the Thunderbirds. And moving forward again, here's Tolba on the ball. Cuts into the midfield, but first reads that play well and takes it away from him. Stepping up is Lachelt, but his clearing attempt goes right off of Rutledge. Or pardon me, Gobu, and now the Dal Tigers, a chance to cross the ball in, sliding in front of the 18-yard box was Norman. So Hashimoto The two top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. Long ball through the midfield. Rukvina on his left, plays it to the far wing. Now pushing up the pitch. Here's Nadeau. Back out into the middle first. Trying to get on to it, dispossessed. A good battle here between Tolba and Jan, and the ball does escape the touchline. And we'll have a substitution here for UBC. Exiting the game will be Max Kamsia. And into it will be number 14, Oliver Hébert. Hébert, a third-year midfielder out of Burnaby, BC.
Oliver Herbert in for number 9.
Appeared in 16 games this season, 4 goals, 1 assist for 5 points. And appeared in all playoff games in Canada West. So Tome will take this throw in deep, and the attacking third for the Thunderbirds. That's great work by Rutledge to take that ball away and win the throw in back for the Tigers. Woody Bain, as we've hit the 69th minute of play here at Varsity Stadium. Good one-touch passing, as they have been doing all game, the Tigers up on the left flank, and of course wherever Tolba is, some great triangular passing will come. Woody Bain throwing straight down El Shamlat. Plays the far side. Lachelt. And first will knock down that in attempt from the Tigers. And that's out to touch for UBC throw. Shots on goal, 5-0. In favor of the UBC Thunderbirds. Up by 2 goals in this consolation semifinal. And Jan, that ball way too far, and we'll step aside for a word from one of our sponsors. Good run by Rukvina up the far sideline, but couldn't advance it any further as the back line for Dalhousie is standing firm in the last couple moments. Back to La Jeunesse. Now UBC into the 18-yard box. It'll be laid off for Rukvina, and that deflects off of a Tiger. It will be out for a corner kick. 6th corner of the game upcoming for the Thunderbirds. Nadeau. Nicholas Nadeau out of the corner. Will whip it back post, and he was looking for Rukvina. And another substitution, a couple upcoming for UBC. Into the game will be Jovan Mann, number 12. Scored the gold medal winning game. Pardon me, the gold medal winning goal against Montreal last year.
For the UBC Thunderbirds. First, coming in for the Thunderbirds is number 24, in for number 12, Jovan Mann, in for number 24, Luke Norman. And number 2,
so Luke Norman will step aside.
Marcus Puhal in the 72nd minute of the match.
Substitution pour les Thunderbirds d'UBC. Numéro 24, Luke Norman, remplacé par numéro 12, Jovan Mann. Et numéro 4, Marcus Puhali, remplacé par numéro 2, Cameron Hadju, dans la 72e minute.
So Cameron Hadju also into the game for the UBC Thunderbirds. As Marcus Puhal will take a seat on the bench. '73rd minute of play, still a 2-0 lead in this consolation semifinal. The Thunderbirds over the Dal Tigers. Up on the left flank. Stepping up is Lachault. He's done a great job since coming on as a substitute in the first half. Has Lachault as he replaced Ricky Schwarzkopf. The 5'9" defender in only his first year out of Halifax, another homegrown product. Pardon me, out of Edmonton, Alberta. 7 games played this season for Lachault. Rutledge in the midfield. Lays that off to the far wing. Thompson got his jersey tugged a bit. That's great one-touch passing, but Odume stifles that. So he slides to the turf to knock it back into the UBC half. And another substitution, this time upcoming for Dalhousie. Alex Dollamount will be coming into the game, number 16. And he'll replace number 8, Elia Al-Shamlat. Now up on the far side, Gobu trying to get past Joseph Odume. Out to touch, it'll be a Tigers throw-in.
Alex Dolomont, in for number 8, Elia Abu Al-Shamla, in the 74th
Thompson
minute of the match.
Tries to pull that forward. It'll roll all the way back to Garner.
Numéro 8, Elia Abu Al-Shamla, remplacé par numéro 16, Alex Dolomont, dans la 74e minute.
So now UBC firmly in control of this game. Will have absolutely no reason to rush. No reason to press unless they see a glorious opportunity. Basically, in these conditions, up 2-0 with time ticking away. You want to try to get out of this game healthy. However, as the 2024 gold medalists, they might want to put up a couple more against Dalhousie to try to leave their mark on this tournament before, as it turns now, that looked like a handball on Woody Bain. But Rutledge will move forward. And once again, that ball just too far in front of Tolba. So as things stand right now, if UBC does take the victory over Dalhousie. They'll move on to the consolation final, which is our only game tomorrow.
Correction pour la substitution de l'UBC. Numéro 21, Nicolas Lowe, remplacé par numéro 2, Cameron Ashby, dans la 72e minute.
Tolba. Skipping ball to the near side. Woody Bain plays it back. Tolba forced to head back towards his own net. And UBC will pounce on that opportunity. Coming up is Herbert. Oliver Herbert will now head into the 6-yard box. It'll nearly fall to him. Oh, that would have been quite a moment for the second half substitute as that ball came in from Gobu. Long ball up the pitch by Astridge. In the midfield, taken down by Herbert. Now he'll have to battle for it. Gets taken down, he'll draw the foul. And 2 more substitutes into the game for Dell. And as we bring the substitutes in, we'll have a word from one of our sponsors.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Tigers is number 23, Theodore Tate, in for number 11, Mohamed Talla,
And number 19,
Isaac Gayer, in for number 21, Reese Weatherston, in the 78th minute of the match.
So a couple more substitutes for the Dal Tigers. Isaac Gayer into the match for Weatherston as UBC tries to look for more here. And it's just knocked away once again. The second half substitute, Oliver Herbert, making his presence known. And number 23, Theodore Tate, also in the game for the Dal Tigers, as Mohamed Tolba will take a seat on the bench. Unfortunately for him, not able to break through on the score sheet. But just so many fantastic plays from him up along the, well, whichever sideline he is playing on, sometimes the right, sometimes the left, as that ball is whipped in, punched away by Astridge. And out along the near touchline. A zippy throw in from Tome. He'll get it right back. And now First takes over, plays back into the midfield. La Jeunesse. Oh, a nice through ball there and a couple touches on from Herbert. And that strike towards goal is pawed away by Astridge as Gobu let it go. Take another look at that here. A beautiful back heel from Jovan Mann and a even nicer pass from Oliver Herbert, and then the finish that was heading toward the top right corner, knocked away by Astridge. And the corner upcoming here for UBC, trying to make it 3. Hadju punched away again by Astridge. And the Tigers will play it up the pitch, but concede possession right back to UBC. Puhal. Oh, that's a nice turn from Herbert and shrugs off Rutledge. Here's Hadju. To the top of the box, Herbert lays that off. Gobu fires, great save, and the rebound is in. And it's 3-0 off the boot of Marcus Rukvina. Marcus Rukvina has had a fantastic game all around for the Thunderbirds, but Herbert has made such an impression after coming on as a substitute. That shot initially saved by Astridge, but the rebound, no chance for the goalkeeper for the Dal Tigers. And as we're into the 82nd minute of play, it looks like the Tiger season is close to coming to an end. Rutledge through the middle. Let's see if they can get a goal on the board here. That's laid off by Gayer. Now top of the box, swung to an open man, Theodore Tate. Tate looks high to the back post, and that will head out to touch. As Dalhousie with a good response after giving up the 3-0 goal here moments ago. Puhal. And Tomei at the near side. Jan trying to get loose from Woody Bain. And he won't be able to. And that goes off of Jan out to touch. And another couple substitutes here for UBC. So Kyle Dent will be coming into the game along with Asvin Chauhan.
Two substitutions for the UBC Thunderbirds. Coming in for the Thunderbirds.
Asvin Chauhan, the fourth-year arts major out of Coquitlam, BC.
Correction, number 20.
Played 9 games.
Kyle Dent in for number 7. Henry Kim Godbout.
In the regular season.
And number 17, Asvin Chauhan in for number 27, Marcus Rukvina in the 83rd minute of the match.
On the first touch for Chauhan.
Thunderbirds UBC. Numéro 7, Henry Kim Godbout, remplacé par numéro 20, Kyle Dent. Et numéro 27, Marcus Rukvina, remplacé par numéro 17,
that's that top of the 18. Headed back by Kyle Dent. Freshly on and with some fresh legs. That's a fantastic save from Astridge. That looked goal bound. And Astridge coming up huge, keeping it a 3-0 game. A great cross and a great header as well. Cameron Hayu with good power on that. And another corner kick for the UBC Thunderbirds. Punted right back out. It'll be a T-Birds throw. And Tomei will come all the way from across the pitch to take it. With time ticking away here in Dal's season, that goes off of Rutledge. Dalhousie, especially in the playoffs in the AUS, were not strangers to coming back in games, as they had that miraculous 3-0 comeback win in the AUS final against CBU to claim their 14th AUS championship. But in these U Sports playoffs, the comebacks have been hard to come by.
UBC Thunderbirds Third substitution, coming in for the Thunderbirds is number 31, Brandon Momotani.
So into the game for the UBC Thunderbirds, number 31, Brandon Momotani.
86th minute of the match.
Presumably play the remaining 4 minutes in this contest. Another corner kick for UBC. And that's headed away from danger. Will fall to the top of the 18, and Brandon Momotani off the bench gets a crack at it. That was blocked by Alex Dalhousie. Now back to Jovan Mann. And over on the far flank, UBC still pressing for more. Swept in to the 18-yard box, headed away from danger. And thumped down the pitch. Off the head of Momotani, and now he'll have to track back for it, as he had Theodore Tate all wrapped up over him. Far side of the pitch, UBC on the counter, looking for more. 3 minutes to go in regulation time, and Astridge down to the turf to claim it. That goes off of the most recent substitute, Momotani. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
In the midfield, 2 minutes to go in regulation time here at Varsity Stadium. The Thunderbirds a dominant 3-0 lead over the Dalhousie Tigers, the AUS champions. Now Dal pushing forward, flag stays down and crossed into the 6-yard box. Jan appealing for an offside as the ball stays in along the near touchline. Woody Bain brings that out to Tate. Into the box is Gayer. And going down is Momotani. Bain can't believe it. Up to take the free kick is Jack Garner. Hasn't been forced into making a save yet, though, as Dalhousie is yet to register a shot on goal. And now breaking in. Great work by Oliver Herbert. La Jeunesse, his pass is a bit too soft, and Dalhousie will pounce on it. And now, maybe a chance to get one, as a stumbling Jan lets that go past him. And out of the top of the 18-yard box, they'll play it back out. And reset with Dalhousie. There'll be a foul called in the midfield and taken quickly by Dalhousie as they look to get one on the board, and a chance for Shimoto.
A minimum of 2 minutes of additional time.
Goes past the post, and we'll have a minimum of 2 minutes of time added on as we've hit the 90-minute mark, and the Tigers will get a corner kick. Corners now 10-7 in favor of UBC. Woody Bain on his left. Let's see if this can be the first shot on goal for the Tigers in this contest, as Rutledge plays it through, and it's headed away from danger by Tome. Still alive here as that shot is blocked. Stringent defense again from the UBC Thunderbirds, who only allowed 8 goals through the regular season. Out to touch again. It will be a free kick for Dalhousie on the far touchline, and Woody Bain will deliver it. Looking unfortunately dejected, but having a bit of a chuckle with Reese Weatherston on the bench. Maybe a chance here, and cleared out by Adume. It'll go for goal kick, and we're now 2 minutes into stoppage time, not extra time. So 90 minutes have been played, and the final whistle will be sounded here. So that'll do it in this consolation semifinal. The road ends here for the Dalhousie Tigers, but the UBC Thunderbirds will be moving on to the consolation final, and we'll have that game tomorrow at 5 p.m. But a great campaign from the Dal Tigers, but coming up just short. So when we come back, we'll have the Nike players of the game and get you set for our second consolation game of the day. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. And after the full 90, it's the UBC Thunderbirds taking a 3-0 victory over the Dalhousie Tigers. And we'll stand by here for the Nike players of the game. We'll join in with the PA announcers here at Varsity Stadium.
It's now time to present our Nike Team Players of the Game. Making the presentation today is Connor Harris, host convener of the 2025 Men's U Sports Soccer Championship.
Nous attirons maintenant votre attention sur le terrain où nous allons dévoiler les joueurs de la match de chaque équipe. Pour reprendre les prix, veuillez accueillir Connor Harris, animateur hôte des championnats.
From the Dalhousie Tigers, please put your hands together for number 4, Jack Ellis, the Nike Team Player of the Game.
So Jack Ellis, the captain of the Dalhousie Tigers, the Nike Player of the Game. His season unfortunately coming to an end.
And from the UBC Thunderbirds, please put your hands together for number 24, Luke Norman, the Nike Team Player of the Game.
And Luke Norman, number 24, the 6-foot midfielder out of Vancouver, BC, the Nike Player of the Game for the victorious UBC Thunderbirds. And the game-winning goal.
And your Toronto Varsity Blues is set to get underway in 19 minutes and 24 seconds.
We take a look at our final stats. The shots, 17-12 shot attempts for UBC over Dal, but the shots on target tell the whole story, 11-0. the shots on goal for UBC over Dalhousie. 10 fouls committed by UBC, 5 Dal, and corners 10-7. So our next game comes your way in a little bit here at 1:30. And thank you very much for tuning in here to U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Faraburn Medical Supply, Les Bagues Baron Rings, A par and by BioSteel.